We finally found out this morning that Mr. Moyes had been relieved of his managerial duties at Old Trafford. There are various reasons for it, but I think the main reason is the fact that David Moyes was not a fit person to be in charge of such an organisation and worldwide organisation as Manchester United. The expectations were too high for him. The trappings of the club were too high for him. He was rather like, I think when he arrived at the club, he was rather like a kid's first visit at Disney World. His eyes were wide open, he was walking around with his mouth open. I think at the end of his tenure, he looked more like a kid who'd just come out of the Ghost Train. I've no doubt at all that Moyes lost the dressing room from day one. When he walked in, and he basically said one of his first statements was, they won the league last year, but they were lucky. They were lucky, yeah, they won it by 11 points, that's not luck. They weren't the best team in the league, we all know that. But they were the best team in the league because they won it, that tells you that. They were the best team. Whether people think they were the best or they played the best football, we all know they didn't, but they were determined to win the league, and that determination went out the door with Sir Alex Ferguson. Now, for him to come in here and start deriding the achievements of this team, you're talking about players who have won numerous Premier Leagues. You're talking about players who have won European Cups, FA Cups, played on world stages. And this guy's walking and basically deriding all they've done. So if you're working in an area and this your new boss comes in and starts saying, by the way, what you've done for the past 10 years is crap, are you going to give that guy a loyalty? I don't think so. If you've got any pride, you turn around and say, well, I'll tell you what, I'll prove to you how good I am. And that's what these players here haven't done. They have not proved to this manager how good they actually are. They've hid behind the fact that he's Bobbins. Absolute Bobbins was the term, but they've hid behind that fact. They should have gone out and played for the shirt. If they can't play for him, play for the shirt, play for the fans. We're the people who support you through thick and thin, good times or bad. David Moyes was never the man for the job. David Moyes never bought into the psyche that's Old Trafford, never bought into the psyche that's Man United. You've got the difference between David Moyes and 30-odd miles down the road who are going to knock us off our perch in one season at Liverpool. You've got Brendan Rodgers who moved in there and he bought into the Liverpool psyche. He bought into the Liverpool club. He bought into their history. And he's used that to feed on. And he's used that to motivate the team and get the team playing for Liverpool. Moyes never done that at Old Trafford. Never would do. Never could do. Wrong man. Wrong job. Now let's come away from it. Let's talk about this £200 million kitty the Glazers are going to spend. It's not the Glazers' money. This is our money. This is our club. This is the club we don't get enough say-so in. And it's a club we really should take notice of the fans. Because the fans really want to. The fans will dictate which way this club's going. So they really should take more notice of fans and not just put them to one side and just look at them as cash cows. Successor, who we're looking at? We're looking at Louis van Gaal. We're probably looking at Simeone. We're probably looking at Klopp. We're looking at different people. Now, are they available? We have to hope that somewhere along the line they've touched base with some of these people or the person we think should have the job. My own personal preference, I would think at the moment, would be Louis van Gaal. I think he's the most gettable. I think he's the most suitable for the club. I think he's got the big club arrogance, which I mentioned earlier, that you walk in and you say, I'm at United. This is where I am. Not walk around like a kid in a sweet shop saying, what can I have first? You walk in and say, I'm at United. We are Man United. We are Man United. Get that into your head. I like to say it's been a pleasure, but I've got to say it's not been. It's probably been the worst 10 months in my time as a United fan for a long, long time.